If you love those mystery movies where everyone's stuck in one place and someone suddenly gets murdered and then the guessing game begins, you try to figure out the killer. But when the truth finally reveals, you're just like, wait, what? Hello guys, welcome back to Cine Edge. And today, we're diving into 10 locked room mystery movies you can't solve. And here's my promise. If you stick around till the end, at least 2 to 3 of these are going straight to your watch list. Let's get into it. Starting with number 10, Flightplan. Jodie Foster in a locked room mystery at 30,000 feet? And honestly, one of the most underrated thrillers of the 2000s.
Did you happen to see a little girl go by here?
No, I'm looking for my daughter. She's 6, my daughter. You probably saw us. I was carrying her. She saw us.
The film follows Kyle Pratt, a mother traveling with her 6-year-old daughter Julia. But then she wakes up mid-flight, and Julia is gone. No one remembers seeing her. Not the passengers, not the crew. It's as if she were never on the plane at all. As Kyle searches every inch of that aircraft, desperation starts to take over. Compartments, aisles, hidden spaces. She tears through everything, trying to prove her daughter exists. And that's what makes this so gripping. The entire story stays inside the plane. No outside perspective, just paranoia, isolation, and a mother on the edge. But the deeper she digs, the more something feels off. Like there's a bigger plan unfolding around her. The story is airtight. The tension never lets up, and when the twist hits, it really hits. If you let yourself sink into the paranoia and momentum, this is a genuinely thrilling ride.
Where's Julia?
Coming at number 9, Death on the Nile. Agatha Christie's ace detective Hercule Poirot in a murder mystery dripping with champagne, jealousy, and Egyptian sunsets.
Someone is dead. The crime is murder.
A newlywed heiress is murdered aboard a luxury Nile steamship. Everyone on board had a motive. Her obsessive ex-lover, her scheming best friend, her suspiciously charming new husband. And Detective Poirot has to figure out who pulled the trigger before the boat docks. What makes Death on the Nile work as a locked room mystery is how Agatha Christie layers motives. Almost everyone on that boat has a reason to want the victim dead. Jealousy, money, betrayal, revenge. And Branagh's Poirot peels back those layers with precision, watching everyone crack under the weight of their secrets. Besides all this, it's a beautifully shot murder mystery where everyone's wearing stunning outfits and lying through their teeth. If you're in the mood for a classic whodunit with style and substance, Death on the Nile is an absolute must-watch.
The murderer is here and will stay here.
At number 8, Murder on the Orient Express. One of Agatha Christie's most iconic mysteries.
A passenger has died. He was murdered. The murderer is on the train with us now. And every one of you is a suspect.
Hercule Poirot boards the luxurious Orient Express train to return to London. But when a wealthy American is murdered in the dead of night and with no way in or out, it becomes immediately clear that the killer has to be on the train. Now, Detective Poirot is tasked with solving the case by questioning a group of strangers, each carrying secrets, grudges, and carefully crafted alibis. What makes this a perfect mystery is how layers of motive are on top of motive. Nearly everyone on that train has a reason to want the victim dead. Revenge, money, loyalty, justice. The all-star cast: Johnny Depp, Michelle Pfeiffer, Judi Dench, Willem Dafoe, Daisy Ridley, and Penelope Cruz brings elegance and tension. If you're in the mood for a classic, stylish murder mystery with one of the most ingenious solutions ever written, this is the film. At number 7, An Inspector Calls. A British masterpiece that takes a classic locked room mystery and turns it into something deeply haunting and morally devastating.
Ihr Name war Eva Smith. Anscheinend war sie mal in ihrem Werk beschäftigt.
Set in 1912, the wealthy Burling family gathers to celebrate their daughter's engagement, until a mysterious police inspector arrives. unannounced. He's investigating the suicide of a young working-class woman, Eva Smith. And one by one, he begins to unravel the truth. Each person in that room had a part to play in her fate. The story unfolds over a single night, driven by one relentless interrogation. Flashbacks begin to surface, quietly exposing the cruelty she endured. It feels like a stage play, but elevated with cinematic precision, rich period detail, a haunting score, and an unsettling presence that lingers. Because the deeper it goes, the more you start to question, who is the inspector really? If you love atmospheric mysteries with sharp social commentary and performances that stay with you, An Inspector Calls is essential. At number 6, Murder by Death. A comedy send-up of classic detective stories, and easily one of the funniest locked room mysteries ever made. Eccentric millionaire Lionel Twain invites the world's 5 greatest detectives to his isolated mansion for what he calls dinner and a murder. His promise? At midnight, someone in the house will be killed, and whoever solves the case walks away with $1 million. What follows is pure chaos. Written by Neil Simon, this is a loving parody of every legendary detective you've ever heard of, twisted into absurd, hilarious versions of themselves. You've got spoofs of Hercule Poirot, Miss Marple, Sam Spade, Nick and Nora Charles, and Charlie Chan, all played with gloriously over-the-top performances. The script is sharp, ridiculous, and endlessly quotable. The mystery? Completely unhinged, in the best way. As the night spirals, bodies pile up, clues make less and less sense, and you're left wondering what's real and what's just part of the joke. If you want a mystery that throws logic out the window, but still delivers clever twists and non-stop laughs, Murder by Death is an absolute blast. At number 5, Gosford Park. Robert Altman's masterpiece, a locked room mystery disguised as a biting commentary on the English class system.
Why would anyone want to kill him?
Well, he wasn't exactly Father Christmas.
I think he's got something to hide, that one.
Do you think he's a murderer?
Set in 1932, a group of wealthy aristocrats and their servants gather at a grand English country estate for a weekend shooting party. But when the host is murdered after dinner, everyone, both upstairs and downstairs, becomes a suspect. The film moves between 2 locked ecosystems, the bored, financially anxious aristocrats upstairs and the servants downstairs who live and breathe through their masters. What makes Gosford Park unique is its unpredictability. You're waiting for a dramatic detective reveal, a clever twist, or a shocking confession. But Altman gives you something far more devastating. If you want a locked room mystery with real depth and Oscar-winning brilliance, Gosford Park delivers. At number 4, And Then There Were None. The original 1945 adaptation of Agatha Christie's locked room mystery, and still one of the best. 10 strangers are invited to a remote island off the coast by a mysterious man. But when they arrive, their host is nowhere to be found. Instead, a phonograph record plays, accusing each guest of murder, crimes they've gotten away with. And then, one by one, they start dying, each death matching the lines of a sinister nursery rhyme. What makes this terrifying is the claustrophobia. No escape, no outside help, just 10 guilty people trapped together as an unseen killer picks them off with chilling precision. Directed by René Clair, this 1945 adaptation remains the gold standard. The atmosphere is suffocating, the paranoia is infectious, and the final reveal? Still shocking even if you know it's coming. If you want classic mystery done right, tense, smart, and genuinely unnerving, And Then There Were None is unmissable. At number 3, Knives Out. Rian Johnson's modern masterpiece is a locked room mystery that reinvents the genre with style and subversive wit.
I suspect foul play.
Renowned crime novelist Harlan Thrombey is found dead at his estate just after his 85th birthday. The police think it's a suicide, but eccentric Southern detective Benoit Blanc, played brilliantly by Daniel Craig, is mysteriously hired to investigate. and everyone in Harlan's wealthy, dysfunctional family becomes a suspect. What makes Knives Out exceptional is how it plays with structure. It shows you who done it early, then shifts into why and how, and keeps you guessing all the way to the final twist. Daniel Craig is phenomenal as Blanc, a southern gentleman detective with a ridiculous accent and razor-sharp instincts. Ana de Armas anchors the film with heart, and the ensemble, Chris Evans, Jamie Lee Curtis, Toni Collette, and Michael Shannon, devours every scene. This is the best locked room mystery of the 21st century. Sharp, funny, compassionate, and endlessly rewatchable. If you haven't seen Knives Out yet, fix that tonight.
What is this? CSI KFC?
At number 2, Identity. One of the most brilliantly twisted locked room mysteries ever made. A film that will keep you guessing until the very last frame.
I don't think we can get out tonight.
I'm not staying here. Are you out of your mind?
There's no place else to go.
10 strangers become stranded at a remote Nevada motel during a violent rainstorm. Roads are washed out. Phone lines are down. They're completely cut off from the outside world. And then, one by one, they start getting murdered. Each body found with a numbered motel room key, counting down from 10 to 1. Director James Mangold takes the Agatha Christie formula, strangers trapped, killer among them, and builds something far more unpredictable. The film runs on 2 parallel tracks, the motel murders and a late-night court hearing for a convicted killer awaiting execution. And when the 2 timelines collide in the final act, the twist is devastating. John Cusack, Ray Liotta, Amanda Peet, and Alfred Molina all deliver committed performances. If you love thrillers that challenge you, that refuse to play fair but earn every twist, Identity is a certified masterpiece. And at number 1, Clue. A cult classic comedy based on the board game, and one of the most rewatchable locked room mysteries ever made.
Mr. Bodies.
Is he alive?
He's dead.
6 strangers are invited to a mansion for dinner. They're given pseudonyms, Miss Scarlet, Colonel Mustard, and Mrs. Peacock, and soon discover their host is blackmailing all of them. When he's murdered, chaos erupts as bodies pile up and everyone becomes a suspect. What makes Clue legendary is the energy. Tim Curry as Wadsworth the butler delivers one of the greatest comedic performances ever. Frantic, physical, hilariously unhinged. The ensemble cast commits fully to the absurdity, and the film has 3 different endings, randomly shown in different theaters during its original release. It flopped in 1985, but it's since become a beloved classic, endlessly quotable, brilliantly paced, and genuinely funny every single time. If you want a locked room mystery that's smart, hilarious, endlessly rewatchable, and unlike anything else, Clue is essential. It's a cult classic for a reason. And that's the end of today's list. 10 locked room mysteries you can't solve, each one a trap you won't want to escape. Let me know in the comments which one you're watching first, or if there's a locked room classic I missed that deserves to be on this list. If you enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button. There's plenty more mystery recommendations coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.